Paul Hennessy, CEO of Vroom, VRM. That is the IPO that was announced yesterday. It launched yesterday. Right now it's at $49.59. Tell us about the online sales for autos at this point. How are you looking? I know you didn't launch your IPO during the COVID time. You felt that wasn't the right time, Paul. How are things looking now?
Yes, things are looking great, and thanks for having me on the show. Nicole, as I think you know, we were doing really well prior to the pandemic. First quarter growth was approaching 150% in units, 160% in revenue. So we were doing really well prior. The adoption of customers buying used vehicles from Vroom online is trending north. And now since the pandemic, we think we've got a real tailwind because with our contact-free sales and our contact-free delivery, customers are really leaning into and liking that kind of model.
Yeah, and there's no doubt. I mean, people are more apt, particularly the younger folks, to get online to buy just about anything. And cars are no different. And you feel that there is pent-up demand. So if someone wanted to buy a car, they're still going to buy a car. Is that right?
Absolutely. And we're seeing that again in our business. And it's not just, for young people, as you said, right? Our demographic ranges from 25 to 55. And so customers of all types are leaning into the Vroom business model and enjoying, by the way, not only buying from us, but also selling to us. We've addressed both sides of that marketplace and taken the friction out of that experience. And really, the way we've created the model, customers can do everything that they need to do in a transaction, whether they're buying or selling, and they never need to go to a dealership again. And that's why we're so excited, and that's why our customers are so excited about it.
How did you sell this on the road show? I mean, people would say this compares to something like a Carvana. You could tell us how different you are from that type of company. But how did you sell this on the road show? I know this was a $22 IPO. Today we're looking at it. I saw it hit a high of $59. I don't know if you're upset that you didn't price it higher. In the current environment. How'd you sell it to the folks who were investing, and what did you think of the IPO price and the run-up that we've seen?
Sure. Our investors were enthusiastic on the roadshow about the opportunity, right? The opportunity is the total addressable market, and the total addressable market is $841 billion in revenue, 40 million units sold annually. And yet the top 100 players only have 9% market share. So telling the story about what the opportunity is massive. We compared that to our current performance, which is customers already validating the model. And that's what continues to be investor enthusiasm around the business. As far as pricing, look, we're enthused that investors are as excited about the opportunity as we are. And it just even creates a higher bar for us to serve our customers really well and serve our shareholders well. So we're bullish.
Yeah, and I see why. I mean, and the other thing, too, is, as I said, people are going to go online. They're going to get their cars. What are you offering to everybody as far as what's available and the penetration within the market? You talked about available, growth, the penetration across the country and what your hopes are going forward. I mean, what are you offering as far as, is it everything from very inexpensive cars to very expensive cars? Is it, East Coast to West Coast? And what are you hoping for going forward?
Yeah, we're a nationwide player, and we've got a full suite of inventory from lower priced cars to very high-end cars. We offer lending to run the gamut of the credit spectrum. And by the way, we do that for buyers, and then we offer a 90-day warranty on the product. But even more importantly, we offer a 7-day test drive. So customers can actually exercise the vehicle, take the kids to school, drive the car to work, truly use it versus drive around the block of a dealership. And customers love the ability to exercise the vehicle. And then if they're not completely satisfied, we'll take it back, no questions asked. So that's what's great for buyers.
Let me ask you this.
Please.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
I did read that because of the uncertainty, because people don't have jobs, right? Over 40 million jobs lost, not just you, but so many in the auto industry across every business to a certain extent, that Vroom already has had to cut its prices and its profit margins have shrunk. How worried are you about that?
We're not worried. We cut our prices intentionally during the pandemic. And so we did that on purpose, because the one place businesses like ours and companies like ours that take on lots of inventory, the one place they can get in trouble is if they shut their doors like many dealerships did, and then wake up 30, 60, 90 days later with a lot of inventory and the entire market has moved in pricing. So we priced to move the inventory. Customers got to take advantage of those great prices. Now we're buying on the other side of that, where prices are actually deflated. We're able to get good deals and get good deals for our customers. So because of our agile business model, we're actually able to navigate really well changes in macroeconomics and changes in environment broadly. So we like the agility of the model.
All right, just quickly, because I have no more time left. You know, a name like Winnebago moves up to new highs because people aren't traveling. And, you know, this might bode well for your kind of company, too. People are not necessarily traveling. They may want to get a car. The other thing I wanted to ask you quickly was the Hertz story and rentals and things like that. So a quick thought on the current environment of people being at home and what's going on with the rentals.
Sure. As people are at home, people are looking to use their vehicles even more. I think there's a reluctance to engage in mass transit for work, riding the subway. There's just natural things that are going on now in our environment that pushes people to car use. And as far as the opportunity for Hertz and other rental car companies that are suffering through the pandemic, we've always had great relationships with these companies, and we'll be opportunistic buyers so that they've got the right inventory at the right price. We'll make sure that that's available to our customers. So again, the flexibility of the model really puts us in a great position.
All right, I'm going to look you up because we sort of need a car out here, too. Paul Hennessy, great to see you, CEO of Vroom. Thank you for joining us on the show, and do come back and give us some updates. Thank you, sir, very much.